trying to, sir? Just not gonna hesitate.
You have a great career. They choose you for both work and all, bro. No, we've had about 10 to 12.
Film first time with bigger pages.
Okay, I got it.
We'll work on it.
If it gets any bigger, then I'm gonna go over there too.
You want me to hold it or you hold it? Got it. Oh, come on. Today with Brigadier General Barker as well as Colonel McCraw and Mike Banks, who is the Texas Border Czar. I wanted to come out to this location, which has been pretty much ground zero in the United States in the aftermath of Joe Biden lifting Title 42. Many people can remember that on the night that Title 42 was lifted and in the ensuing days, the riverbank right behind me was a location where migrants repeatedly tried to enter the United States illegally. And there was only one thing that caused them to not enter illegally, and that's because of the Texas National Guard, the Texas Department of Public Safety, building the barriers that were needed to prevent people from entering, and then having the personnel behind those barriers to ensure that no one would enter. As far as I know, it's the first time in American history that a state has led the effort to prevent people from entering the United States illegally. Let's be clear. That's the job and the responsibility of Joe Biden and the federal government. There's only one reason why people were trying to enter illegally in the first place, and that's because they perceived the permission by the Biden administration to enter. I wanted to be here and thank the soldiers and troopers and other personnel. Texas was able to secure the border and prevent people from entering illegally only because of their unprecedented effort in a challenging terrain and sweltering conditions, and they were up to the task. And similarly, their fellow soldiers up and down the entire border from here all the way to El Paso are working in the same way. And I have the same gratitude for all National Guard from here to El Paso and DPS troopers from here to El Paso for working around the clock to make sure that we build the barriers that are needed and we deploy the personnel that are needed to make sure that we secure the border. Now, never forget this. It was just 3 years ago in these exact same areas where we had the lowest number of illegal border crossings in about 40 years. And the reason it was that way is because we had an administration that imposed the Title 42 policy, the Remain in Mexico policy, the ending of catch and release, and the building of a border wall. When Joe Biden came in, he eliminated all of those measures, and that led to the unprecedented illegal border crossings. Texas has had to respond to the Biden administration's refusal to enforce the immigration laws. We've deployed more National Guard, thousands of National Guard, than ever before in the history of the state, more than 1,000 Texas Department of Public Safety troopers. They have turned back tens of thousands of people who are trying to cross the border illegally. Together, just Texas law enforcement alone have seized enough deadly fentanyl to kill every man, woman, and child in the entire United States of America, and to relieve congestion and crowded conditions in communities ranging from Brownsville to Eagle Pass to Del Rio, all the way to El Paso. We are busing people who the Biden administration has allowed into those communities to sanctuary cities across the United States. And in addition to this concertina wire border wall that you see, Texas is also the only state in the history of America to build our own border wall, an effort that we will continue. One thing that we've seen, and that is, it's not just Texas that's a border state. Because of what the Biden administration has done, every state in America is a border state. Joe Biden allows these people to cross the border illegally, and then they are transported by the Biden administration to other cities and states across the country. Governors of those other states recognize that they are not going to be able to deal with the chaos caused by Joe Biden in their own states. And that's one reason why I made the request for other states to join in this effort. Other states who witnessed what Texas was doing to repel people from entering illegally decided they want to be a part of this process also. We already have commitments from the states of Florida and Idaho to provide either National Guard or law enforcement officers to assist in this effort. Other states also are reaching out to connect with us to find ways in which they can also provide assistance. In addition to all of that, I'm working on new laws as we come to this legislation that will provide us even more tools. One is we are seeking to make it a for anybody to cross into the state of Texas illegally. So in addition to what we currently have in place, we would also be able to begin arresting people for crossing into our state illegally